Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Space Chick Crypto. How are y'all doing tonight? Did you like that intro? I did that intro just for Limitless and Jay Foster. We're waiting for them to come. I gave them the link here just a little bit ago, but I just got home, so it's all right. It's okay. I can catch my breath. How are y'all doing? Who's in here? Maddie. I see Maddie. I'm trying to stream it on Twitch, too. That's why I asked, do you see double? And Maddie said yes. My therapist said I would make a lot of progress. What's up, Shane? Back in the space cabin. Yep, that's right. How was the storm last night? It was so bad. I felt like, have y'all seen Devil Wears Prada? Oh my goodness. Whenever the lady was like, it's just drizzling. It's like storming outside. I was all mad. It was like, what happened to my Wi-Fi connection? How is this possible? Well, it was a storm. It was a bad storm. I love Bleeb's intro. It makes me want to jam out all the time. What's up? What's up? How are you doing? Yes, BTFA Vault fam. You know what? Vault was going up. I know this is BTFA tonight, but Vault is going up. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, let's see. Let me get this on the screen. Let's see. Y'all don't want to see me. Y'all didn't come here for that. Let's see. I'm going to look at y'all's Twitter. Or BTFA fans' Twitter. I got told last time. You say you, like y'all. You don't say us. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You are so right. You love the storm. I don't really like the storming, but the lightning. I went outside. I was like, it's not even that bad, but it was bad. The airport, there was an outage at the airport. I was so bummed. I was like, everyone's going to think I'm a liar. What's up, Eddie? How are you doing? We're fixing to check out this Twitter right here because you know what? I need to see what's going on. This PS5, yes, this PS5 giveaway. I heard BTFA tried to give away 5 of these before and nobody claimed them. What was your ticket number? What did you do? I need it because I want a PS5 so bad. All right, so you have to like, retweet this post, follow. Oh yeah, Blip Studios. We'll check that out. Discord, I hear y'all's Discord is popping. I gotta check that out. I have a Discord too. I need to get in there more. All right, let's see. What else do we have going on here? 20% shop back. Check out with BTFA. Okay, with shopping.io. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you guys can, or we can shop on Home Depot. There's other places you can shop on shopping.io. Does that mean there's going to be a plugin for BTFA? I wonder. Shop launch. Okay. Yes, Vault family does love BTFA family. I'll tell you that. Amazon, eBay, Walmart. So you can spend your token. Oh, shoot. Look at that. Shopping.io. That's pretty cool. I need to see if I'm on Twitch. I don't know if I'm on Twitch or not. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if it's working. What's up, Crypto Jungle? We're just waiting for Limitless and Jay Foster. I sent them the link like 2 minutes before the show started. So just bear with us a second. I just got in from work. Hopefully, don't have to be doing that much longer. There's our girl, Crypto Latina. cool, y'all. And let's see. Fabrice, he was on with Alpha Male. I saw him on that live. That was really cool. What's up, Oscar? What's up? What's up? Do y'all think I'm getting stood up? I feel like kind of like I'm getting stood up right now. Oh. That's my Twitch. I took it off. I heard my echo. Okay, so I guess I'm on Twitch. Oh, I didn't get stood up, y'all. Look, who is here in the house? What's up?
Hey, sorry I'm a little late. I apologize. I got that link and I didn't see it in time, so that's my bad.
Oh, no. It was like 2 minutes before. I was like, y'all, I feel like I'm getting stood up.
Well, payback for last night. No, I'm just kidding.
I
That
know,
must have
right?
been a crazy storm, right?
It was. Well, I didn't think it was that bad. Like, I felt like Devil Wears Prada, Meryl Streep, when she was like, it's just a little sprinkle. But I guess it was worse than that. I was checking out the Twitter.
Yeah, it's awesome, right? I mean, there's a lot of information. We've had a ton going on. I do want to say that Jay Foster last minute said that he can't make it, so like he's going to be
Oh, okay.
unavailable. But maybe in the future we can try to do something with him. He's super big part of the community, like a legendary shiller, and he just really engages the community well. He gave Crypto Latina some NFTs the other day after she hosted us, and she's just so
Nice.
happy about that. It was awesome.
Yeah, she's cool. I love her. She's great. It's
Yeah.
always good seeing another female in the crypto space and doing her thing. She is all vaulted up. We're so excited. Our chart's looking really, really pretty. Thank y'all very much. That gate.io, we got that back. So
Yeah,
we
that was so
appreciate it.
cool. I've been watching everything and I kind of missed it. I missed that opportunity right before that happened and I was so bummed about it. Like that was my entry point for Volt, and I was so sad, but I think there's going to be more opportunities there as well because Volt is incredible. Like the community is strong and Pablo and Voltoshi and all the other guys working behind the scenes, they're doing great stuff. So, like we're happy that you guys got your Gate.io and got that recognition and exposure that you've been working so hard for in the bear market. That's what it's about, is building in the bear market, and Volt has done that in spades.
Yes, and y'all have too, or we have. I was corrected last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever we had our last AMA. They were like, "Stop saying y'all. Like you're part of the family too." I was like, "You know what? You're right. You are right."
That's right. Yeah. BTFA
So
family.
yeah, so definitely. So yeah, that's why I was like, you know what, y'all helped, or BTFA helped Vault, and Vault, we're definitely supporters of BTFA. So anytime y'all need something, we got y'all's back for sure.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate that, and likewise, and we hope that we can network more together. Strong communities unite. Super cool. But that's how we ended up here, and we truly appreciate it, guys. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe, like Eddie said. Guys, make sure to show the love, bring the energy to that to the live chat. Because BTFA, we're all about the strong energy. And it's always exciting here with the community in the Discord, on Twitter, everywhere we go.
You are all over Twitter. You're like the whole, like I see apes all the time, all the time. Like who else have y'all been really rating? Like who have y'all been trying to really like go after the past few days? Because you're really smart. You like to pick somebody and then just like go for it. I think that's how it should be done.
Yeah, and we're focusing, like we really look at what's top trending in terms of success, I guess you could say, because that's strong communities. Top trending, sure, there's paid top trending and things of that nature through marketing, but you also have that organic trending through strong communities. And so like looking at like Shib and Luna Classic, they're doing amazing things. I mean, Luna's kind of an inspiration to DeFi as far as that out of the ashes story of project that crashes into nothing and they're left with hardly anything, and then the community just combines into something so strong that it becomes the number 26 ranked crypto like in a couple of weeks time.
Right? Like a
wild.
rising phoenix.
Yeah, like,
Like
and
legit.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy, and like Luna's awesome, and that's, but communities like that, those are the communities we want to focus on networking with, and whether or not we reach Luna as far as their depths are, I mean, who really knows at the end of the day, but we want to definitely get on the radar and get in the attention of people who matter or are relevant in the crypto space, and I would say Luna and Shib are right up there with Volt for us. I mean, we loved connecting with Volt, and that's how it all came to be, is focusing on those strong communities. We saw Volt everywhere, we saw the strength, we wanted to just embrace that within the space, because that's really what it's all about.
And I mean, you all over. So Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Instagram, right? There's even an
Yeah.
Instagram that's I've seen you on TikTok. I've tagged you on TikTok.
Nice. Yeah, there's a TikTok, there's also the YouTube, which has been verified, you
Oh,
know
and I put
um,
your YouTube link and Limitless's links in the description box below, y'all. His Twitter and his YouTube. I forgot
oh,
to say
cool.
that last time.
Hey, yeah, appreciate that. Well, and at the end of the day, like we're building. I mean, like we've got the Everrise merge coming up. That's coming up, and it's going to be starting towards the end of September, like September 26th through October 16th are the dates that they announced in their AMA the other day. So basically, we're just kind of chilling here, just kind of shilling and taking care of each other and just hanging out in the community, kind of tweaking the Discord to really get it revved up for all of the new members that are going to be coming in after they hear about the new NFT collection with Fabrice, as they move forward with the AMAs kind of on NFT platforms as discussed in the past. Like all of those exciting things are coming, and it's just a lot of strong growth. We also have a follow contest going right now, where if you follow BTFA, if you go to the main Twitter, you'll see the contest. But if you follow them on Twitter and you join the Discord, and then you just comment with a screenshot of the Discord, you get entered into a drawing to win a PS5. So, like, everybody out there, whether they have BTFA or not, has the opportunity to be in a drawing for a PlayStation 5.
This one,
And
right?
yep, I think that's it. Yep, that's the one.
Ah, this is so cool. You said last time you tried to give it away, right? And nobody claimed them.
We've tried to give 6 PS5s away at
Hell,
this point, and nobody claimed them. And like,
give me your
it was,
ticket. Give me your ether scan.
yeah, like, I mean, at the end of the day, we tried to give them away, but we definitely gave
Dang
it
it.
our best ability. So we're just giving them away in other creative ways. We've got a shilling contest also, where the top shiller for September is going to also receive a PS5. So there's all kinds of really cool stuff going on in terms of organic outreach that you can participate in within
Wait,
the
so
community.
you're gonna get the PS5?
Well, I'm kind of, I'm probably exempt from that, just because I'm kind of leading that, but there's a couple of guys who would probably beat me anyway, because, there comes a point where the people that you work with end up surpassing you in a lot of ways, like the whole Karate Kid thing. So, but I mean, let's just say that some of our shillers, like one of them told me this morning that he was one of the initial 4 people that started the lunatic movement, which is the Luna movement for the community. I had
Okay,
no idea, but he
that's
told me that
legit.
this. Yeah, I mean, like he said, I was in a Discord with 4 other people at that point, and
That's his
like,
resume. That's all he
yeah,
has to say.
and he's our top shiller, so I believe it. Like, this dude is literally treating it like a second job, because he knows what it is to own a business. Like, it's like,
Mhm.
do you invest 10,000 into a business and then not do any efforts into making that business grow or marketing it, or actually tweaking it so that it works in its best ability? Or do you just sit there and talk trash about it and say, oh, it's not producing any profit? Like, if you think about crypto in the business perspective, we are all business owners. We are all here to network and create that organic community outreach for each other, and that's what helps us grow and helps us be more successful, gets us in the hands of new opportunities for networking with other projects or other exchanges or other content creators. I mean, the sky's really the limit there.
Okay, what about tier ones? Are y'all talking to, or can you even, I don't know if I heard. that you guys are getting, or BTFA is getting on a tier 1 soon?
Yeah, so basically, the tier one, it was actually funded from the proceeds from the NFTs that they did the initial OG collection. Like all of those proceeds were there. They just hadn't actually listed on the tier one yet because at that point it was kind of the bear market, and so they're just waiting for that right moment. But yeah, I mean they have a lot of things that they're working on in the backgrounds in terms of that, and that's still something that they plan to deliver on because it's there and kind of ready to go. So nothing's been officially announced yet, but I would just say stay tuned because Sway is kind of the expert at just rolling out bullish sentiment and making us kind of think that we're just kind of at this level of waiting only to just kind of surprise us with all kinds of cool stuff. So he's done it many times and has delivered on a lot of fronts in terms of the utility and in terms of giving back to the community, and I don't think that's really going to change at this point. I mean, this is, yes, it's kind of that boring month where we're kind of just waiting it out, but we have control to just really just dig in and enjoy it and learn more about the community and learn more about how to be an effective holder, I guess you could say.
No, you're right. Whenever there's that downtime, that's whenever the strong survive.
Exactly.
The people who aren't checking their wallets every 10 minutes or, contemplating, oh, I could buy this or I could buy that. Just go on with your life.
Well, that's really why the staking is so important. And again, not financial advice, but like the 180% APY, that's going to be ending the day of the merger. So like when the merger starts, like that's going to be the end of that beautiful 180% APY that, as they've said from the beginning, is not sustainable long term. So
Yeah.
literally, you've still got like, what is it, 3 weeks, give or take, before that happens. So even now people have the opportunity to buy Bandex and BTFA and stake them and get 180% APY and no early withdrawal fees on that day when the merger happens and they have to unstake early. They're not going to be penalized for that. So anybody can utilize that 180% APY if they have a minimum of 300 million Bandex or 300 million BTFA tokens. So really, it's like people who are kind of worried about the downtime and things of that nature, they probably aren't doing their research in terms of everything that's available for this platform and getting, they're probably not getting the most out of the platform through the benefits that are being provided. I mean, you think about the NFTs, you got the 2,500 banana chips airdrop that's going to be given to each NFT. And then you have the rewards pool for the NFT as well. So there's lots of opportunity there to partake in something that is really going to be a lot bigger as time goes on and more awareness increases regarding those utilities. So you've got that. You've got the opportunity to stake for 180% and really get access to it at pre-sale / floor pricing. Again, not financial advice, but like really solid values just based on the bear market. Like if you look at even Shiba Inu's chart, it's way down. You look at the year to date, it looks ugly. We all have ugly charts because it's a bear market, and that's what a bear market really does globally to crypto, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, some people don't see it in a negative light. They think of it in such a way as this is my moment of opportunity to take advantage of the solid deals that are here. This is that part of the cycle. It's a two-step cycle where you've got the floor and you've got the all-time high. So to them, this is just one phase of the cycle versus people who may have just come into crypto and this is just them buying at all-time high and then suddenly they're at all-time low. So different types of people, but the more that we can really educate people on understanding that and how crypto works as a whole, I think that the better we're going to be. And there's a lot of great people out there like Believes. That dude is awesome. I know he comes on your channel, you guys know each other, but that dude, like, he really knows what he's doing in terms of
He does.
EA. He's the one that got me into Luna. He gave me that some information about Luna, their alpha, like right before that massive pump happened. And like, shout out to Believes. Give him a subscribe, guys. He's amazing. Like he has the thing where he says he's always right, and it's awesome because like dude really knows what he's doing.
I hope he's watching it because he really is. Like I'm like, he does a technical analysis every morning and night if something good happens or something bad. And he is always right. And some people try to say, "Oh, no, he's not always right." I'm like, "Yes, he is. You don't watch his show daily."
Yeah, right. He's great, but shout out to him. So I saw the question about staking. When it comes to the new token, the Swing DAO token that's going to happen with the Everrise merge, staking is going to happen, but they don't have the values for APY yet, and it's not going to be at the time of launch. So they're going to probably take some time to just get everything kind of up and running before they start looking at those new APYs and the staking values. So just stay tuned on that, guys, and understand that they're working on so many things in terms of just getting this merge done smoothly with Everrise and getting the NFT collection ramped up with the marketing with Fabrice, where they're going to be doing the AMAs on NFT platforms and a lot of
Okay.
other creative
That's
marketing.
what I want to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
because that's pretty big. Like you say, rating and all that, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it has to go a step further outside of the social media box. So how does BTFA, and if this is a question you can't answer, just tell me, or if you feel uncomfortable. But like, what else are is BTFA going to do for advertising? Any? I'm not saying. I mean, because Fabrice is a celebrity in
Mm-hmm.
his own right. Like he is a
Mm-hmm.
celebrity for sure with his comics and everything. But who else do you think BTFA is going to go after, or like has connections to, or any of that that's going to help push it along further?
Well, I would say that as we move on, like there's always networking opportunities. We're always looking to like who can we network with in terms of reach in and out of crypto. And I know that Sway has touched a lot on, branching out outside of crypto. As
Mhm.
far as what the bigger plans are with that, I don't really know. That's kind of his genius behind the scenes of what he's
Do you
doing.
know anything limitless?
Well, I mean,
Anything?
you want to you think like in terms of marketing. I mean, we're going to be doing some AMAs with people coming up, like influencers, like the legends in the space, Pablo and things of that nature, like people like that are relevant within the crypto space in terms of believes, and obviously continuing to do this with you. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things like me personally, the way that I work, and I think a lot of people in BTFA know this, but like I work on things behind the scenes. I don't tell anybody anything until I know 100% certain that that's even a possibility that can happen.
That's what
And I
I'm
do
saying.
that mostly because I don't want to disappoint anybody in them thinking that something's going to happen and then it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So like I work that way just based on experience, based on community kind of feedback from like how people feel when deadlines can't be met or things can't be delivered upon and things of that nature. So
Mhm.
like I'll just say that the community is always working when it comes to building. The team is always working when it comes to building, when it comes to building out the network of the reach within and without crypto. I mean, you think about Blip Studios, how they're building out that brand to then kind of bring it into mainstream. You think about building out the brand, art version, building out the brand of the website and just the overall vision of the project itself. You think about Fabrice with his Marvel contacts. I mean, the sky's the limit where those networks could really reach out to. We don't know that. It could just be Fabrice and that's it. But at the end of the day, it brings a lot more opportunity into the space to be able to have those and to continue to be building. So, like, is there a concrete, like, yes, we're going to be working with XYZ? I think we've done a lot of that already. And I think that there's a lot more coming that even we don't realize. So, like, just keep that positive mindset going when it comes to marketing, because the marketing is a beautiful thing in that it involves the community like we saw in Luna, and BTFA is no stranger to organic marketing. And like you said, taking it a step further, I think that's important to realize with shilling. When people go out and shill on Twitter, it's not meant to just reach that point. It's meant to go beyond that. It's meant to network with Volt and become where they become part of, they buy into their treasury for our BTFA NFTs, and they engage with us, and we go into Twitter spaces and end up connecting with them on a lot of really cool levels with their community. Like I think that the community networking is much bigger than we may even realize at this point. And people start to realize it every day. Like we have the Silverback group in our Discord, which is for like the legendary shillers that have over 30,000 tweets and things like that. These people are hardcore shilling.
That
But
is hardcore.
but they
I
yeah
love
but
it.
they kind of understand that vision of like what that reach can do, as
Mhm.
long as we don't stop there, as long as we don't just shill, as long as we take it that step further into the next level of thinking when it comes to networking.
Mhm.
That is the key. And I think maybe some people miss that connection and they just shill and that's it. But we want to take it beyond that. We are always having conversations on how we can be more effective with community
Well,
organic
what
outreach.
would you like it where would you like it to go? Like your pinnacle just it's we've made it like we're the best, like not the best. You know what I'm saying? Like we have made it. We are shill kings and queens. Like where do you want it to go? Like what is your like all right, we're the bomb.
Well, I mean, I think that with the shilling, I think top trending organically is a big thing that we're
Mhm.
trying to push for in a lot of creative ways, because that's just it indicates a strong community when you can do that without really having to just pay for marketing or something, like that's a way that you can really show that your community truly believes in the project and is willing to push that out. So I think that's important, but I think that really getting recognized and appreciated, and kind of you know being in a collaborative space with some of the other up and coming blue chips, or blue chips already, like Shib, like Luna Classic, like
Yeah.
connecting with those on a community standpoint, I think is kind of the next move of where BTFA wants to go in terms of like who we're trying to gain exposure with. But as far as how far we can take that reach, I mean, we build one brick at a time. So these things aren't built overnight. Like you can't expect instant results with shilling. Like it's many months of planning and, taking care of people, and really recognizing their posts, and, kind of going tactically in there, and making sure that you're being consistent with letting people know who you are within specific communities. And I think that that's still something that gets developed on a global perspective in each project. And especially in BTFA, like we're really trying to further develop that to make it where we can work smarter, not harder. We can be very effective and efficient and be able to get the results that we want in terms of organic outreach through minimal efforts. And it's still a lot of efforts no matter how you do it. At the end of the day, like in order to have a successful project, it is an insane amount of work. In order to have a project,
Mhm.
you don't have to do much. You can do very little to have a project. But to have a project and have it be successful, it's a full-time job for a lot of people. And I think that, sometimes people might not see that with the chart and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, you got a really strong team full of experienced investors and experienced business mindset professionals that are developing this out. Cutting edge developers in the background, very strong team of people who know how to be successful and how to get this where it needs to go. But also being very realistic about that it takes time. It can't happen overnight. As much as we want it to, sure, we all want it to look like Volt's chart overnight with the Gate.io price rally. Like, who doesn't want that? But at the end of the day, we're willing to wait for it because we know how special it is, and we know how long it's going to take to foster it. So my personal goals, like you asked before, is just really to continue to engage the community and to help them reach and realize their full potential as an individual and as a platform and a community and a project, and take that as far as we really can. And again, you look at Luna Classic and what that community did, the sky is the limit with a strong community. So we're always building. I engage the community any way I can. Jay Foster engages the community any way that he can. And that's what it's all about. We have a lot of special people in the community that truly care about everybody in this community, and it's like family. So that's what we really want to foster from just that really ground level, and build that out as we go, and
Mhm.
have that strong foundation of community, and then at that point take it wherever we really want to send it.
I think the professionalism is there. The fact that it's a legit project isn't even a question, especially with the tokens that are out there right now. Like I've been talking in my space cabins about how I can't believe I just learned how some projects are made, and sometimes it's mid cigarette, like, oh, I feel like making a crypto, and
Yep.
then a crypto can be made. And that's not the case with BTFA. And so, whenever you find a serious project like this, you are right. I agree with you. The organic growth is what matters, and the people crypto is a niche. It is. And so the people in the crypto space, we know to take BTFA serious. We know it's a legit project and it's going places. So whenever people have asked me, like, do you think it's gonna like drop off the charts? No, I actually don't. And you can tell with what happened whenever y'all launched it in the first place, whenever it shot up and it held the floor very well, very nicely. And I mean, look at like Blip Studios, and you have Fabrice, and then you have yourself and the AMAs going on like that. It's just, I just think the professionalism, the height of professionalism for BTFA is really there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what it's all about, is just giving that, that professional face to everything, because this is really, really trying hard to be that next blue chip. Like we
Mhm.
aren't putting all this work in there just to have a quick pump and then see you later. Like this is legitimately laying brick by brick the foundation
Mhm.
for what is to come. And each level is a step, like we build this out. We smoothly go into the Everrise merge to Swing DAO, and then from there we then go into the NFT collection to get those sold out. Then we do the LP injection of the 500,000 with the NFT proceeds, and then they build a lot more with the rest of those proceeds as well. And that's where we just continue to build this out into whatever it needs to be, but also treating it as a very special business, both for the community, for the team, for everybody that's involved. Like this is to have that business mindset of building that brand. Jay Foster mentioned this earlier in the Discord. It's we're building a brand. Like we all play a part in establishing the brand of BTFA based on our behavior, based on the energy that we bring, based on our overall mindset in a bear market and in a build perspective, and based on how we convey long-term vision to short-term holders. And so I think that that's really the biggest thing, because we have people come in and they want to know, why isn't the price moving, or why isn't this, at the end of the day, people are going to ask questions like that. But we got to think of it more as a longer term hold, because again, this can't happen overnight, guys. But the amount of work that's going into this project is just insane. I mean, we're all working hard. Even people who aren't part of the team are putting in blood, sweat, and tears to
Mhm.
really just ensure that the face of BTFA is always represented legitimately.
Why is BTFA not on Bitmart? It used to be.
Well, I think with Bitmart, there were some issues. Sway and the team, they had a couple of different exchanges where they had some market maker issues, where the market makers couldn't stabilize the price from, basically, like with certain exchanges, you can sometimes buy cheap, send it to a wallet, and then just dump on the Uniswap and continue to just drain the actual project and all the momentum. And there was somebody that was doing that on a couple of exchanges. And so rather than let somebody have that manipulation or whatever of the market because of the market makers, they had to just discontinue trading. And people can still like move it to Uniswap and still have their tokens, but they
Mhm.
can't transfer out of there because it's, again, the market makers. There's something going on there that doesn't allow it. A market maker is kind of supposed to be able to buy back a chart to kind of make it stable with what their value is. But some
Mhm.
market makers are better than others. And when you have a market maker that's not really doing that, it creates that issue where the charts are very different levels, and people can just kind of take advantage of that in a way that's malicious towards a project. And that's a global theme. That's any project could have that issue. Sometimes people know about that and they have those little tricks, and they do that on the side when people, maybe the team isn't paying attention or something, and it can cause issues in any project if you're not protecting your community. At the end of the day, Sway and the team, they made those decisions to protect the community from somebody just draining every bit of progress out of the project as it was being done, if that makes sense. So hopefully that answers that question.
So is it because it was just such a young project? It's such a young project. Is BTFA going to get back on Bitmart later on? Because the
Yeah, Sway and the team,
liquidity should be like because Everrise they put look. Are y'all gonna? I don't. Okay, let me see
yeah,
here.
yeah. So when the merge happens, they're going to get on a bunch of exchanges. I mean, it's going to be listed initially. It's going to be listed on XT, BKEX, LBank, CoinTiger, and Hotbit. But at the end of the day, with Bitmart and a few of the other ones, I
Mhm.
think that Sway mentioned it the other day that there's like extra fees based on what ranking that they give you or something in terms of the classification. I don't have all the ins and outs of that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, like those are things that they're going to be working on for the V2 in terms of getting that moved over. But those haven't really been disclosed as far as those dates for Bitmart and those other ones. But they are working on those things, and
Okay.
they're going to make sure either way these would, with a merge and everything, it would have created, like there's going to come a point where they're going to have to stop the trading on the old token because it's going into a merge. And I think Volt probably experienced that as well when they did their merge. And
Yes.
the great thing about Everrise is they're professionals. They know how to handle all of that stuff. They're
Mhm.
going to be in the Discord for BTFA, handling all those types of questions as the merge is happening to ensure that everybody has everything answered in the time that's allotted for the merge, which is around 3 weeks. So you've got from September 26th through October 16th. Those are the dates that they've announced at this point. And again, like when you think about the delays with ETH and the merge, nobody knows what's going to happen on that merge. It'll probably be fine. It may not even do anything,
I
but
think
at
so.
the end of the day, nobody knows what'll happen with the ETH merge. So in terms of delay or the market being shut down, there's been rumors that Coinbase is going to suspend trading during that time. I mean, nobody knows, but we'll get through it. It's DeFi. It'll be a global issue if it's even an issue at all. And then we, as a team and a project and crypto as a whole, will just work around it, because what other choice do we really have when it's the Ethereum, mainnet?
No, yeah. So, with what's the date? Is there a specific date that the merge is going to happen?
Yeah, it starts September 26th and it's going to go through October 16th. So just a few weeks away. I mean, it's
That's
coming up.
good. It's exciting
Yeah.
though because Ethereum's doing that merge. Like I've been telling people this month, at the end of the month, it's gonna go so fast. Like
Hmm.
everything's just gonna happen so quickly. And
Yeah.
so that's gonna I think this is my personal opinion. I think, but I mean I'm just some YouTuber. Um I think that migration is gonna get everybody excited in BTFA again and like get everyone's excited already, but like some more and new investors and get the momentum going. I think it's going to get the word out there even more organically, like, you were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a big part of exposure, because you think about Everrise, and we're already listed on Everswap, and like so we're not a stranger to Everrise when it comes to the BTFA project, and when it comes to Everrise, like, and what you think about, like the liquidity injection after the NFT sell out for the proceeds that are going to go into there, you think about that and you think about the echelon of what it's going to do in terms of the market cap, and nobody knows what it'll do in terms of what it is at that specific point. But when you inject $500,000 into liquidity, it just makes the project that much stronger and moves it to a new higher market cap, where people who may not have been looking at it before are now looking at it again, because either the price action, or they're seeing the charts, or it's trending, or whatever the case might be based on its volume. That's going to get new eyes on it, and it's going to segue right into the new NFT collection with Fabrice. So like the catalysts are there, they're in place, and they're kind of laid out with perfect timing at a time when, with the ETH merge being super bullish and a lot of anticipation around that, people are getting super excited about how quickly it might take off. Like you mentioned, like who knows what's going to happen with the buzz around ETH after this merge happens. And at the end of the day, like these are kind of prime times to really be looking at those opportunities. And I think a lot of thought went into that from the team in terms of execution and timing. And I think it's going to be great. I think that, once the merge happens, I think that the NFT collection, it will launch, and so the NFT collection, the people who can claim the snapshot claim for the original NFT holders, that's going to be the 29th and the 30th of September. And then it's going to, and then it's going to segue into October 1st is going to be the initial mint. And, they have the breakdown for the initial mint in terms of, there's multiple different ones starting at point, well, they're starting at different points. I'm gonna have to pull that piece up so I get the values right here. Give me 1 second. 1 second here. But yeah, as far as that goes, they're going to be different tiers, and they're doing it in such a way, like they kind of, like with the initial NFT collection, they noticed that they had the minting price, and then the price went down as people traded it, and that's kind of normal. Like it happens, consolidation, but they want to start them a little lower in terms of like giving people the opportunity to be to have more upward momentum, I guess you could say, instead of downward momentum when it comes to price action. But at the end of the day, nobody really knows. Like an NFT could launch and it could go either way, just like a cryptocurrency. It could launch and the value could go up or down. Nobody's a financial advisor. Nobody knows where anything is headed. But at the end of the day, they're trying to strengthen it based on the experience of what, the experience of how the first one went, and just building off of that experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, yes, I agree with you. Nobody knows anything. Like nobody knows what ETH is going to do tomorrow or in a few hours, or Bitcoin or anything. So nobody can tell you. I know a lot of people try to, clickbait for videos or post, getting people excited with Hopium and all that. But I do feel like there is going to be excitement that day that the migration happens. Are y'all going to have anybody go live, or y'all going to have a space going on that day to get the community involved?
They have plans to, have live minting parties. That's what they did with the first one too. They had like Jake doing one, and several really relevant influencers were doing them at that time, Zach, and just a lot of coverage within that time frame, and lots of cool stuff planned. And again, I don't have all the ins and outs because I'm not really like part of the team in terms of what they're doing with all of their networking behind the scenes. I know what I know, and I know what I know when it comes to the community and engaging them.
I swear, Limitless. It's the space cabin. No one's in here.
Yeah, right? Nobody can know everything. If everybody knew everything, I think we'd probably all be millionaires at this point.
Right. That's so funny. Yeah, I like these NFTs. They're cool.
They are, yeah.
I have one. Vern gave me one. It's so cute. It has like the police vest on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This one, like this. Right here. Right, yeah. Like this one. Okay, so y'all have that there's so many things going on. Okay, with Marvel Comics, whenever I mean like the advertising also, and the marketing, I just feel like there's so much that can be done with Marvel Comics. Or is that something that, because it's not Marvel Comics, it's Fabrice, is that a reason why I can't go ham on like Marvel Comics artists? Because I would be like, Marvel Comics.
And I'm sure that that's probably kind of where they're looking at it from, and in terms of that perspective. But I mean, who knows? Like it could be a conflict. I mean, we don't know at this point, but like the team is handling that in terms of like network and how far they can take that in terms of Marvel. Right. But Fabrice in and of himself is just amazing individual, very, very talented artist, and owns his comic book and publishing company and all of that, and he's just a very inspirational person when it comes to independent artists and engaging
and a publishing company, Limitless.
Yeah. I mean, he does a lot of really cool stuff. Like this guy is a genius business owner and has really taken things to the next level in terms of working with Marvel and doing his own thing, entrepreneurship. Like that's hats off to him. And guys, if you're not following him on Twitter,
Yeah,
definitely
let's
do
go.
that, because he does give a lot of alpha in terms of like some of the NFT teasers and things like that. Like you can get a lot of that behind the scenes info that comes out, and it's always retweeted on BTFA's Twitter, but that's really the first place that you can see that stuff.
This guy right here. I think it's neat. He's just how can you ask for anything else? Whenever I heard there was a I know I say it every time you're in here, but somebody might not have heard it. Just the fact that there's a Marvel comic artist that did the NFTs. I don't know of any better or any other artist that anybody would ask for to have their NFTs done by. Like it's a comic artist, like a real one.
Mm-hmm. Spider-Man Noir, co-author, co-creator of Spider-Man Noir, and has done a lot of other things too, and a legend. Like he is amazing and such a genuine human being. Like he is awesome. Like he's such a huge asset to BTFA, and we're just thrilled that we have that kind of talent and a docs talent within the NFT space, and someone who really wants to help BTFA in a lot of ways, guys. So that's a true asset. And Fabrice, hats off to him. If you're out there listening, we love you, and we appreciate all that you do for this project and for just the talent out there in terms of inspiring them to do their own thing and to never give up in terms of taking your skills to the next level.
Look at this guy. Look at that. He's falling asleep for everybody. Oh my goodness, and he really did.
Yeah,
BTFA.
he did. He
Yo,
did.
look at this man.
He was working and working, and he's still working tirelessly on those, the NFTs, guys. And he's trying to finish them up, and like we're getting ready. Like once those drop and those teasers drop, it's gonna be crazy. Sway gave some people a sneak peek for just a few seconds when they had the AMA the other day, and really awesome detail on these new NFT apes that are being re-envisioned. And he's also giving the opportunity where if you have an honorary or a one of one, you can trade that in for a re-envisioning by Fabrice of the Genesis collection for your original one. You have to trade the original one in, but you get his version with a signature and branding and everything on it, and that's pretty sweet.
So I turn mine in and then he redoes it.
No, so
Oh,
just for the honorary, so there's the BTFA honorary, which you can look it up on OpenSea. It's a different collection. I think there's around 40 of them.
let's see.
So there's the honoraries, and then there's the one of ones, which are like the slime and the diamond ape and the 69 ape. All those one of ones that are out there. Those have the opportunity. They're kind of special ones to then be reimagined. The other ones are just as they are, like they're not going to be reimagined, but then we're going to have the whole new NFT collection for, which is basically the reimagining of what you see here in a lot of ways.
Oh wow, okay. Wow. Is it because of the helmet?
Yeah, he's cool.
He's cool. These are so cool.
Well, I think those are still the regular ones, but like if you
Which
search
one?
up above, yeah, you're still in the regular ones, but like in the search, just search BTFA honorary, and I think you should be able to find that other group. I think you got to go up even further in the search. Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
Try that.
BTFA.
Honorary.
There
And you
we
should
go.
see, yeah, okay.
Okay. Oh, that's the first one you'll ever made, right?
Yep, and you should be able to click on like the actual collection, and it'll show them all to you. And you see there's like about 40 of them, and these were given out to people who just really put in the work, community members and early adopters and things, people that they wanted to recognize. Essentially, I got the Iron Man one, which is my profile picture, and these things are cool. Like some of them have sold for 10 ETH, and some of them are listed lower than that now, but these are going to be ones that can be kind of transformed into the new version, just for holding them. So they're very unique.
That's great. Y'all, look at this one. It's worth 11 grand.
Yeah.
7 Ethereum. I haven't seen one like this. Yeah, these are definitely honorary ones.
Yeah, these are pretty cool, and they're really really unique in a lot of ways, and Sometimes people, every once in a while, people list them for like a couple ETH, which they're kind of out of their mind when they do that because they're very special. Like, I don't think I would ever sell my Iron Man,
So
because
they are
it's,
out of their mind.
yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't even consider selling it just based on you're going to have, I mean, think about Iron Man. I'm going to have Fabrice Sapolsky re-envision Iron Man, the Marvel artist. Like, you see where I'm going with this? I mean,
Yeah, seriously. Like, no, no, dude, don't even look at my NFT.
yeah, right.
You better look the other way. Look at this. Okay, so why does this one not have
A price?
a price?
Because it's not listed. That means that whoever owns it doesn't want to sell it. Or, you could still put an offer in for it. Like if you found one you were interested in, you can still offer on it, but they may decline that offer because if they don't want to sell it, then they're not going to get rid of it.
They're like, no.
And that's how you raise the floor on NFTs is you delist them or you list them for higher because an NFT is really what people are willing to pay for it. That determines the floor price. And if you lower the floor price, then that lowers the amount people are willing to pay for it. But on the flip side, if the community raises the floor price, then it becomes a point where these are worth what the community thinks that they're worth based on the lowest list price that's there. So the more that the community works together to kind of decide that floor price, the more that those rewards pools the rewards from the rewards pool on the OpenSea royalties for the initial NFT collection can build up because if they're trading at a higher value, then they're going to be contributing more rewards into that rewards pool. And again, because some of them have been burned because they were deflationary, 1,400 of them have been bought back and burned, which means that they're even more scarce, which means that it increases your rewards multiplier per NFT on the allocations of the rewards pool. And people are looking at it right now of, oh, the rewards pool only has $6,000 in it. And if I divide $6,000 by 10,000 NFTs, then it equates to like 60 cents. But at the end of the day, they're not looking at it that 1,400 of them have been burned. And if you hold multiple ones and raise the floor, then you can really kind of tweak and tailor that from a community standpoint for that rewards pool to be whatever you want it to be and for that floor price to be whatever you want it to be. So we're when it comes to engaging a community on NFT floor prices, we all in all projects are looking to do that, are looking to raise that floor price, and that's really the power of the community. So the more we educate people about that, the better off I think we all can be in terms of establishing a more legitimate floor price and making these worth what they're actually worth. Because in my opinion, they're worth a lot more than 0.02 ETH based on the rewards pool and based on the community driven aspect of it, where Sway and the team has basically said, okay, we are giving you 100% of the taxes for the trading volume as a community to do whatever you see fit with, and you guys can utilize that. And so basically they've handed us that NFT collection to just do whatever we want with it. And it's pretty inspiring stuff.
Mhm.
Believes.
I
What's up,
know,
bro?
Williams, I mean, BTFA, you came in at the right time.
Shout out to Believes. Like I said, I don't know
Oh,
if he heard it
Believes.
earlier, but he's awesome and
Yeah,
show him some
Believes.
love.
We were
He's the
talking about
best.
you. His ears were burning. So
Believes
I
is
have
making me
seen,
rich.
yeah, I have seen people do that because if you think it can't be done raising the floor price, it totally can. I saw it done whenever crypto.com did their NFT drop, and everybody started putting the floor price at like 50 Ethereum, and
Mhm.
it was, yeah, it was last year. It worked. Like there, I don't
Mhm.
know now, but there for the longest they were listed really, really high. And so if people get together and they do that, it can really stay up there. So I think that's really neat. But it, like, again, like you said, it takes community, it takes people to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and the community has that decision. I mean, people come in and say, why is the floor price so low?
Mm-hmm.
They're answering their own question because you let it be that low.
Mm-hmm.
We as a community, it's basically as low as the cheapest one that people are willing to sell for whatever price. So, guys, like, we can't tell you what to do, but like the more that you come together and raise that floor price,
Mm-hmm.
the better off we're all going to be in terms of the value of those NFTs. And we all know the value of them based on the rewards pool, based on the banana chips airdrop token. You get 2,500 per NFT that you own. There's a lot of value there, and that's going to be a tradable token. It's going to have a lot of cool, unique utilities in terms of like play to earn within the metaverse. They've kind of started to talk about how they're going to be working on the metaverse and bringing it out hopefully before the end of this year is what they were talking about in the AMA. So lots of exciting stuff, having a demo ready for people to check it out and like go in there and utilize the community token and their NFTs that can go into the metaverse. Like there's a lot of really exciting stuff coming for BTFA.
Talk more to me about this. I mean, I think, you know, a lot of people know I love the metaverse. Like I'm a big nerd about the metaverse. So tell me more. So these NFTs, I can use it. I can use my NFT in the metaverse.
So the original NFT collection, I don't know how they're gonna pertain to the metaverse in terms of like portability and gameplay. I mean, that hasn't really been like
Okay.
discussed fully with the team. But
Mhm.
as far as the new NFTs that are coming out with Fabrice, those are the ones that are kind of the portal to the metaverse, and they're going to have the opportunity for the 3D. Now, they've mentioned that they're going to still do something with the original NFTs for the metaverse, but nobody knows exactly what that means. It may not mean the same thing. It may mean the exact same thing. We just don't know at this point.
Oh, it's so cool. No, it's so cool. I think the metaverse is so badass. And so that's why I'm saying like what can I do with my NFT with this? No, I think Fabrice's NFTs linked to the metaverse. Oh, that's going to be so sweet.
Yeah, I think so
That's
too.
going to be really awesome. Oh
I'm really
man.
excited. So going back to the actual price of the whitelist and the mint prices for the NFTs, because I had to
Mhm.
pull up my notes earlier. So there's going to be the 0.075 initial whitelist, then there's going to be the zero point 0.1 public round, and then there's going to be 0.125 for the final round. So they're going to have the initial claims for the people who got the snapshot for the 2 free NFTs for the OG holders at that snapshot point. Those are going to be 29th and 30th, and then the rest is going to commence, and they're going to go through each of those rounds in terms of pricing. So the quicker you get into it, the cheaper the pricing, and then they kind of rev it up a little bit in terms of the pricing as the rounds sell out, if that makes sense. But
No, yeah.
like
Yeah.
we personally, like I personally don't think it's going to take that long to sell out because of just the actual like Fabrice Sapolsky and the Marvel element towards it. I think it's going to be huge in the NFT space, but
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? It's a bear market. It might, the last one took 2 weeks. This one could take 2 weeks, but it could also take like 3 days. I mean, who knows where it could really go? It could
Mhm.
be epic. It could start the bull run for all we know. Not financial advice. I mean, at the end of the day, nobody knows what anything's going to do until it happens.
Mhm. Mhm. No, it's so true. I know. I was thinking with Vault, unfortunately, we didn't sell out right away. I thought we were going to start selling out right away, but I think everybody was jamming the servers that day. So
I remember
everyone was
that. It was
so
pretty wild.
excited. Yeah, it was a wild ride that day. I had a live all day long. I was like, "Oh my goodness."
Wow.
Um, but the NFTs with Fabrice, I think they're gonna sell out just because of him alone, just
Yeah.
because of who he is. And I don't know if you notice, okay, this is what I notice. Anytime I tag NFTs, like hashtag NFTs or just anything, like a person with a blue check mark always likes it or
Hmm.
you know what I mean? And today, even for this show, like and somebody did that with watching right here, like you never know who's watching. You're going on any AMA, you're talking about it. Anybody can be watching and listening. And I think these are also potential people that you're going to have spaces with. Like they're really paying attention to who BTFA is. They're not going to like something or, retweet something if they're not interested. So I just thought that was interesting. I was like, more and more people are finding out not just about NFTs, but about the 3D NFTs, linking it with the metaverse, and then now you guys with the migration, people are understanding about migration. People love Everrise. I just don't see anything wrong with BTFA right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's that transition period where we all sit and wait for these catalysts to really hit, and we just have fun with it. I mean, we're trying to make it fun, giving away PS5s, getting people engaged and excited to come into Discord and to
Mhm.
shill and just be part of the community and just form that strong connection with everybody that we can in terms of within the community and with other communities as well that are strong blue chips up and coming and things of that nature. Like, what else can we really do while we wait? It's either that or just be negative, and what's the point in that? Like, let's just have fun with it, enjoy the next couple of weeks knowing that Everrise is about to step in and things are about to get pretty legit, because Everrise, that's something that is super professional in terms of what they have to offer within the crypto space, and relevant investors are all investing in Everrise because it's a very serious, legitimate company that is a utility within all of these platforms and projects in a lot of different ways. So, Everrise alone is completely bullish. Fabrice Sapolsky, completely bullish. The LP injection, super bullish. Even the contract renouncement, they're renouncing after 1 month and lowering the taxes to 4%
Oh,
for
wow.
buy, 4% sell. At first month is going to be 12% taxes, and then after they renounce the contract, they're going to lower those taxes. And I think that really the reason for that is to get into that low tax structure of ramping up for tier ones, because tier ones they don't really want to, that they don't want to host high tax tokens because it creates all kinds of issues and things of that nature. So at the end of the day, like, moving towards lower taxes, it benefits the community and it just benefits the longer term growth in terms of where it can go with relevant platforms that maybe would overlook it in if it had higher taxes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because I've been looking at taxes. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't like Vault's taxes. I've been very vocal about it. I mean, it is what it is, but they're high.
Are
So
they like
I want
15% or something? 10,
to
15,
13. It might
13?
as well be 15. That's how I feel. Oh, thank you, Maddie B. Um, yeah, no, I just think it's crazy. And y'all going down to 4%, that's really good because people
Mhm.
are paying it. People are getting smarter and smarter and learning more and more and more. And taxes was something we all learned in the crypto space. Deflationary, like deflation, hyper deflationary tokens, and everything we learned about that. NFTs and the metaverse, how they are going to link. And it's amazing. Shopping.io. I was talking
Mhm.
about that before you came on. That's
Mhm.
a big deal. Like, it's legit. It's not.
Yeah. Like, the thing about shopping.io too is that you can literally utilize that as a payment tender for BTFA, and
Mhm.
I'm sure they're going to partner and have the new contract for SwingDAO be ported over to that. I mean, that just makes the most sense to continue that support. But at the end of the day, this is like the ability to take profits that you get and spend them on things that you want for your family or whatever, and not dump the chart. It's not just dumping and then getting it into Ethereum and then swapping that Ethereum into USDC and putting it in your bank account and then buying something to have shipped to your home. It's literally just going and buying a gift card or buying something on Amazon or eBay, and just utilizing your crypto to do that, and even getting 20% back on their token, like what you have pulled up. Like, they're doing that promotion for this month. I don't know if it has the dates down there. I can't see, to 1209.
Oh,
1009.
yeah, 1209.
Oh, so
That's a
that's going on
long time.
for quite a while. So, like, you can utilize that, save 20%, and by saving 20%, it's 20% back in a token that could do who knows what with shopping.io. That token could 10x or could stay the same or could do anything, could go down. I mean, who knows? But at the end of the day, that 20% you get back could be worth a lot more than that 20% that it was at the time that you bought it, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
lots of opportunity there in partnerships and in terms of spending. If you're feeling like you're bored and you're like, man, the chart's not moving, pay yourself, like, go on shopping.io and get yourself something cool and say, look what BTFA did for me. Like, this came from BTFA, like that's a cool opportunity for people. And I don't think a lot of people are utilizing that. And I thought about utilizing it a couple times too, because
You're making me want to try
it's just
it.
awesome, But I think a
It
lot of people
is.
don't want to sell their BTFA at the, when it's on the floor pricing to Shopping IO for something, because they think it's going to be, worth a lot more with the merge and stuff. So that could be one of the reasons why people are like, I'm going to just hold off on that and spend my
Yeah.
profits once that merge happens,
Yeah, because I mean, if I was to do that with mine or my vault, I would be like, damn, like I could have just, but you're right. It's having to switch it to Ethereum and then switching it, if you're using crypto.com, even from your DeFi wallet, you got to switch it over there to it's a mess. It's a mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
And
just put it so simple. Like, yeah, just go on there if you need something. You just made it sound so simple.
yeah, yeah, I mean, like, take care of yourselves, guys. I mean, that's what it's for. Like, Sway and the team did that for you guys so you can reward yourself for your hard work. People shilling, and like, after the merge happens, you have some extra profits. Like, utilize it, guys, because that's it, it should be where you can have fun with this, where you can't, like, sometimes we get into projects where we feel bad taking profits because it hurts the community. This is an opportunity to take profits and not hurt the community, just like selling an NFT. That's taking profits and not hurting the community because it's not dumping a chart because there's no liquidity to it. But there are always alternatives to take care of yourself other than just selling on the Uniswap chart and dumping it. And again, what people are going to sell, they're going to sell. We can't tell people to buy or sell. It at the end of the day, they can do what they want, but these are smarter ways to do it, where you can literally still reward yourself in the same way and skip a lot of steps and take care of yourself and make it feel like, instead of just, oh, I'm going to sell this because it's down, hey, this actually took care of me because of the extra steps behind the scenes that they took to implement these really cool features into their platform.
Yeah, you're so right. Man, Limitless, just the way you put everything out there like that, that's why everybody loves you. Good
Well,
night, man.
I mean, I'm sure
Look at
everybody's
this.
got haters, right? So everybody.
Limitless is a legend. See, I know he was thinking it, everyone's thinking it at the same time I'm thinking it. You really are. The way you set everything out, the way you speak, the professionalism that you have, and the mood, and how you keep and help the community stay at. I feel on the outside, I feel like you keep everybody chill, like you keep everybody up to date, and you're very positive, and everybody loves you. Like you are a legend. Like everybody knows who you are. So we just have to give
Well,
you a shout out,
Well,
Limitless.
I appreciate that, but at the end of the day, guys, I'm doing this for everybody. This is for the community. Like, we all work for each other, and we each have our talent, and nobody's talent and nobody's individual voice is insignificant. And we all play a role in BTFA. All of the strong community members, every team member, every person who's an investor, every influencer, every single piece of that puzzle is just as important as the next piece. So, I'm just a reflection of the community, and I'm happy that I can be here for you guys to help, convey things, to help more people understand and bring further awareness and exposure, because that's really what DeFi is all about. It's a way to give back to those who deserve to be given back to, and that's a strong community. So, we all take care of each other, and that's what we want to continue to foster in BTFA. So, if you're new listening to Space Chick and you're not part of the Discord, definitely come to Discord. And I will say, guys, that at first I was like, I hate Discord, TG, like Telegram is where it's at. But the thing about Discord is that literally I have been working with Dion for the past like week, 2 weeks, to really tweak everything to customize it to the user experience. So, like, if someone has something that they can't find or is struggling, we just create something where we can then make a shortcut for people where that issue will never happen again. And like, you think about Telegram, like, if you the look and the feel of Telegram, like Volt's Telegram is going to look exactly like BTFA's, is going to look exactly like Shib's in terms of just the layout. But
Mhm.
Discord is kind of designed to really take it wherever you personally want it to go, with roles, with badges, with filters and things of that nature, and channels. And you can go as deep as you want it to be. You don't want it to be complex, but you want to be able to go deep enough to really tailor it to something unique. And that's what's really being worked on a lot the past few weeks, and will continue to be worked on to make it even smoother and to make it a more awesome, engaging experience for everybody that comes through those doors.
Okay. Yeah, you need to join my Discord. I have a Discord
Absolutely.
too.
Send me the link for real.
And I have y'all's Discord link in the description box below. I try to put your links and then BTFA links. Like I always try to make sure I get hit all those links. Wow. Man, Limitless, I love you. We love you. Is there any final thoughts that you would like to give the BTFA family tonight?
Yeah, I think one thing that I want to mention, because I don't think I brought it up. So people,
Mhm.
in terms of the ratios for BTFA and Bandex, the BTFA ratio is 1 to 1. The Bandex ratio is a 2 to 1. So like the total supply is going to be 1.5 billion for the Swing DAO, and Swing DAO is going to merge both BTFA and Bandex into that single token. And as far as the scaling goes, it's really like the supply. That's how they're doing the ratio in terms of like how it's going to be distributed. They'll be given details for that. But remember, guys, BTFA has always been fair and transparent about everything that they do, and they're here to take care of the project. And ideally, the whole merge is really designed to help the community and to kind of just, make it into a single smooth transition where instead of focusing on two separate tokens, we're combining those into a more effective token that can then be part of the NFT collections that have been released or are being released. So, in terms of the changes coming, the merge with Everrise, again, Everrise will be in the Discord to ask questions. They're used to these kind of questions. They're here to help you understand how those ratios work, how everything's going to work in terms of on staking. You don't have the early withdrawal fee, all of these different things. They're going to have the answers to those questions to make sure that everybody is just taken care of and nobody's having issues, and it's just very smooth. And would you say, were you part of the Volt, when you guys did
Mhm.
the merge, or the migration? Were you part of the
Yeah,
Everrise?
it
So
was a
you
party. It was
it,
exciting and it was seamless. That's why I'm like, this is going to
seamless.
be really good. Like, it's going
Mhm.
to pop off. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and I think there's like, some people here and there in the community, they're like worried that maybe it won't be smooth or whatever. But I
Oh.
think, you hear about Volt, like it was smooth as can be. It's going to be
Mhm.
streamlined. These are super professionals, like nothing to really be worried about. It's just merging. It's kind of a click of a button type thing for all of us, staking and unstaking. It's the same principle of like ease of use of doing it. And oh man, there, my tokens are there. I've done a merge before. Super easy. It wasn't even through Everrise, it was through third party stuff. And at the end of the day, it was easy. So Everrise is another level of professionalism when it comes to this stuff, guys. So we're in good hands. The community, it makes sure that the team is in good hands, and the team makes sure that the community is in good hands. And that's a strong project. That is what can make a project thrive. And, guys, like I said, I'm available in Discord. You can always reach out to me with questions. Definitely join in, follow the Twitter, participate in that PS5 giveaway by following and joining the Discord.
Yeah.
Make sure you're utilizing the benefits that BTFA has given you before really looking at the price action and saying, hey, why is nothing happening? So many things are happening, but you have to be paying attention. You have to be staying up to date with this stuff and really digging in to all that this ecosystem really offers to you as a holder. Because if you're missing out on some of those perks, and like for me, I missed out on some perks. Like I didn't start the diamond vault until like a month ago, and I had all my stuff in a 2 month vault just sitting there. I never unstaked it, and I lost a lot on APY, and that was because I wasn't like being smart about it. We all have those moments where we're not
Hmm.
utilizing the benefits that are being given to us, but these are wake up calls. Like after I switched to that diamond staking, I'm like, oh my God, what was I doing? I was screwing myself, shooting myself in the foot because I didn't stake in the diamond vault sooner. So like don't make those mistakes and wait until it's too late to take advantage of those benefits that are there. Come in ask questions. We're always happy to break it down to you or to give you some sort of informational video or flyer or something that can really help you understand what's going on. But at the end of the day, we want you to be able to take advantage of those things because that's what they're designed for. They're not designed to just sit there and have only a few people use them. They're for the community. The each of these things, the team has put effort and patience and have built a lot of things up to be able to take care of you. So we can't forget those things, and we definitely don't want to overlook them. So, again, ask questions and know as much as you can about this project and the projects that you're invested in, because if you don't know, you're probably missing the bigger picture.
Yeah, definitely. Because you're right. If you're just a wallet checker, you're just going to be checking your wallet and seeing the chart every day. You're not knowing what's going on with Fabrice in the background or, stuff like that. Because some people, they'll just buy crypto and just go and not check back in. And I understand it. People work, people have a life outside of, or they have kids and they can't check in all the time, but that's your investment. So you need to make sure what's going on. And oh man, I know some people that have had some dust wallets and they weren't paying attention. I know I've had some dust wallets too. I'm sure I could have sold at a certain time, but I wasn't paying attention, or maybe there is something going on with them and I have no idea. But I know with BTFA, there's so much to come that if people are paying attention, they see it and they're not going to sell. They're probably not going to go on shopping.io.
Yeah, probably not. And we see people like selling like right before the merge, and it's like, man, like these people are not. I mean, like,
No, we're getting listed on gate.io tomorrow and people are selling on
that's
vaults. Like, what are you doing?
that's
We're hours away.
that's crazy. I mean,
Like,
Volt's its own animal though. Like everybody knows where that's going, and like that's awesome. We're so happy for you guys, and like we hope to continue that, that community support for one another as we move up in the ranks and really become a bigger part of DeFi than we ever imagined. Like we want to celebrate those successes with those that were there for us when we were the underdogs and vice versa, because that's what it's all about. That's the heart of DeFi that we overlook so much, and we need to get back to it.
Well, people in the chat were like my Vault family. They were like, we love BTFA, we love BTFA.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what I was excited about. I was like, good, see, it's hand in hand. You coming on Pablo's show and explaining things, and so many people had questions, and you took the time and you answered all of them. You are really awesome for doing that. You have a lot of patience too.
Yeah, well, thanks, and always happy to do it. We're happy to continue to come on here and just hang out and talk about whatever's coming. At the end of the day, like we don't always have all the answers in terms of what's coming because like the team can only give so much info out. Like they have to hold some stuff back to continue to create that bullish sentiment and to execute it properly. But at the end of the day, if we don't know, we'll find out, or if it's not meant to know right now, we'll just be real. Like I don't know, like we can't know it all. Like at the end of the day, like we can't know everything, but what we do know and all of these catalysts that are in place, guys, like we're in a good spot, and we're so thankful for people like, the Volt community and, like you said, answering questions for you guys. We're happy to do that. And it's not in such a way of like trying to pull you away from Volt or anything like that. We don't want that at all. Like we would never encourage that, and we don't want BTFA people to go to Volt and be gone. Like, but to embrace both communities is completely different. And I think that that kind of confidence to be able to come together with another strong community and not even worry about things like that, like not worry about, oh, they're going to steal the community or they're going to do this or that. That's the whole collaborative thing, that people really like get into in DeFi, where they hate each other in terms of communities because they think that they're competition.
I never understood it. I never did. I saw it so much last year, and so I was definitely told off. My life has even been threatened because it's so it's nutso. Like, y'all, you gotta have some critical thinking skills sometimes. Like, you gotta diversify your portfolio and calm down.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, are you serious? Like, this is nuts. You're a meme coin. You're not even token. Like,
Wow.
but you know what? Then you have people and projects like BTFA and Volt setting examples of how the space should be. And that's what I've been talking
Right.
about on my space cabins too. My daily ones, trying to get the new, like just regular crypto news. If y'all haven't tuned in or subbed to my channel and like what you're hearing, go ahead, sub to the channel, like this stream. But I do those crypto updates, try to every day, and I keep showing. One day I just went off and I was like, look, everybody on the news is talking bad about crypto. Like, it is our responsibility to be good examples. And I feel like BTFA community and Vault community are really good examples of the space. Like the people, the way, you know, the reactions, people aren't flipping out and going off on you like, oh, you're just broke, or you know, you're not
Yeah.
doing anything like that. You actually have intelligent answers and, you know, good conversation.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way that it should be. And I think strong communities do that. And you know, like even the Hulk Inu community, I know Volt is kind of tied in with them. Like the
Mm-hmm.
the lead dev, he reached out to me, or one of the marketing guys, I don't know who it is, but he was like, hey, I'm whitelisting you for our NFT. And I'm like, oh, that's super cool. I haven't gotten back to him yet. I don't know if he's listening or not, but thanks, dude. That was super cool of you to reach out. But I love that. I was really impressed. I heard him speak one time on another show. I think it was Pablo's show actually. And that guy, he is such a great spokesperson and very passionate about his community, and really has a solid plan, like when it comes to like the NFTs and the comic book realm and all of that stuff. I really liked what I heard. I don't know too much about it, and I just haven't had time to dive in. Like, it's so hard working on BTFA all the time to dive into other things. But
Mm-hmm.
it's those strong communities that come together and, you know, just take care of each other. Like Volt buying the treasury for the NFTs for their treasury for BTFA. It's the same principle. Like, we are there for each other, supporting one another in
Mm-hmm.
ways that are like, hey, you know, like, we believe in this project, and we're going to show you that by buying into it and holding on to these NFTs, because we think that they're someday going to be worth a lot more in terms of benefit for the community that they lead, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I think it's good coming together instead of fighting against each other, because the more people, the better. And you want new investors. You can't just keep your own little club and all you're doing is switching your own money around like with each other. So you need new investors. You need
Yeah,
to expand. I mean, it just makes sense. So
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's the way it goes. But that's where the network comes in, and community
exactly.
makes or breaks a project. Like, we control the velocity of our growth. The community as a whole, as we saw with Luna, what happened with Luna is not a coincidence. Like, that whole chart up 500% in the past month or 2 months or whatever it is, that is not coincidence. That's a strong community that said, we're going to send this, and we are determined as a huge community to take this where we want it to go. BTFA can do the same. Volt can do the same. Everybody can do the same if they engage their community and come together and work with each other and be smart about it in terms of taking care of other people within the DeFi community that are acting with transparency, integrity, and utility. If they're not acting with those things, that's a completely different story. But at the end of the day, this is where the true, in my opinion, that's the true heart of DeFi, is those communities that are doing those things, being transparent, having a strong community and taking care of them, and acting with integrity. I mean, that's really what it's all about when it comes to the next level of DeFi, because below that you have, you know, the 72 honor tokens that are, like you mentioned earlier, it's so easy to create a token. You've got all that. That's the lower, kind of the bottom barrel, kind of the bottom of this, you know, scum, if you will, like, in terms of,
Scary.
like, you can really get a lot of, I've had it happen. You can lose thousands of dollars in a matter of minutes. Happened to me many times. I don't do that anymore. And people contact me all the time with their new project or whatever. And, you know, no hate on them, but I just don't take those risks from a personal standpoint, because they
Mhm.
just don't do anything for me other than getting me sucked into something where I'm spending a lot of time organically marketing for something that probably isn't really that legitimate to begin with. So I graduated from that long ago, and I only focus on like blue chip projects and things of that nature, like SHIB and Luna and Volt and BTFA. Like I barely have any projects in my portfolio because it's just hard. We've all been polarized by that stuff. It's hard to really truly believe in a lot of things that come along and what people are telling you, and the things that they're trying to convey. And I just don't. My mind, like my mental capacity, I guess it just doesn't have it in it to stay on top of all that and be successful as an investor goes. So that's why the blue chips are what I look towards in terms of sustainability and in terms of something longevity, and just something that's strong and something that will continue to be there and see itself through the bear markets.
Yeah, no, and we were talking about this the last two times too. This bear market really leveled the playing ground for other cryptocurrencies like BTFA, like Volt to just take off running, and now we're in the bull market, just we're gonna sprint, like it's just we're gonna fly by so many other projects because we've been building and building, and there's been so much momentum, and the community is organic. So when all these new investors come in, all this FOMO kicks in, those people are just going to ride it up, but that community is going to hold that floor, and that floor price, like you were saying earlier, for those NFTs, like don't I mean, I don't. I'm still new to this NFTs, but it sounds like to me like if that's your utility to flip it and go, I wouldn't flip it for a cheap price. That's for sure, because there's a lot going to go on with these NFTs from what it sounds like, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's really it. Know the value of what you hold, not the current value, but the actual value of the potential of what it could be
Yeah.
based on its utility. And I think that most people are looking at those NFTs with the zero point zero 0.02 floor price from a distance of just a picture, not the actual utility of the rewards, the airdrop, and other opportunities as well that will be implemented. I mean, the team has done so much in terms of supporting that stuff. The sky is the limit for what they may do next to take care of early adopters. As they have more funds and have more abilities to do things like that, that has been their nature. I mean, we don't know what they're going to do moving forward, but that has been their nature to give back to the community and to really take care of everybody that's involved.
Sky's the limit when execution is done, and that's what BTFA did before they were launched. There were so many things. That's what I was impressed about, because like we were talking about 72-hour tokens or coins.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not with BTFA rolling out with everything right off the bat and then holding that floor price. That's what I look for whenever a token is launched. Like, what do they have? Does it work? Especially after last year, like, does it work? Whatever they're putting out, and then holding that floor price, and then seeing what the dev team. You have to wait. I mean, I always have to wait. I have to see. I have to give it time. Like, but with BTFA, just the community alone. And then I know Sway has worked on another project, and so now he's working on this one, and he's doing fantastic, I believe, and I think he's got great community leaders backing him up too. So I think that's really good. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we just, we keep moving, we keep building, and we just got to know these dates. We pass that flyer around with the dates, and I'll send that over to you, Space Chick, so you have it all kind of broken down in a visual form. You may have seen it on Twitter, but, there's a lot of info there and it breaks it down. So just, look at these dates and be realistic with the price action and the expectations. I mean, nothing can happen before the merge in terms of suddenly it goes to 100 million market cap. Like, people are waiting, anticipating, looking at opportunities, being smart investors about what's going to happen next for these catalysts. Like, let it organically play out, and make those decisions based on the information that's here, and that can really be beneficial if it's timed right, and if it's timed, executed properly in terms of how you invest. Like, again, not financial advice, but timing is everything in crypto. Like, buying Luna last summer versus buying it last week are two completely different things, because you're talking about a token that went from $100 down to 0.0000 whatever, so the timing on crypto is everything. And that is what a lot of people look past is, I'm down 75% on this token that I bought all time high, and I didn't DCA. And the thing is, if you don't DCA, you're going to just be waiting forever to get back to where you were. And the next price rally won't even be exciting, because it's going to be the price rally where, yay, I got my money back. And I sat here waiting for 3-6 months just to get my money back. Versus if you forget about that and you buy the floor, whatever you think is the floor, then at that point you at least have that excitement on the way up, where you're actually making profit again, instead of just trying to dig yourself out of a hole because you didn't complete the second cycle of the investment, which is, if you buy all time high, you got a DCA, and that's just all there is to it. If you don't do that, then it's going to make it a lot harder and a lot longer to make a profit. Again, not financial advice. That's just what works for me and for a lot of other people. But at the end of the day, you got to time it right, and you got to complete those cycles. If you don't, that's where the misunderstanding often comes into play of why are things the way that they are, because people don't do it in such a way that benefits them. They do it in a way of from misunderstanding, of not really knowing all of how it should play out in terms of an investment standpoint.
I think it is a gem too.
Exactly. Love that.
And
You
more
shout out to
than,
him. I mean,
yeah.
it's more of a gem now, because it's not about the price. Like, we build regardless of price action. Price action means nothing on BTFA, which this is one of those projects where you can't really say that. Like, you can't say that in a lot of other projects, that the market cap doesn't even really mean anything. But when I say that, you think about the liquidity injection. They have designed it in such a way where the market cap up until the merge, it doesn't even matter whether it's high, whether it's low, whether it stays the same, whether we get volume. It is the gem that is building the strong community and all of the things happening in the background. And the price action and the upward movement, along with the liquidity injection, will happen just based on exposure and things of that nature. But we don't really have to be concerned. Don't worry. Don't think of it in a traditional standpoint of like a 72-hour burner token that is reaching its end of life cycle, where the Telegram is dead and no buys are and everybody's selling. Like, this is not that, because at the end of the day, like, if anybody wanted to just make money or anything like that, they wouldn't have spent over a year working on this, developing utilities prior to launch, and going through all of these motions to build while this was going on. You've seen it in many other projects. People just disappear and that's it. And you're like, hey, where's the dev? I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a
Like,
month
where's
or
the
two.
Twitter? Like,
Yeah, like,
are they
it
active?
happens all the time, but who's going to work that hard, if that's what their intentions are, guys? Like, we are building a legacy here. We don't want to have to do this again, meaning we don't want to go to the next 72-hour burner token to go through all this again, to spend another year just to get rich. We've already built the community and the strength. The community is the hardest thing to build. Now we have all the pieces in place, a lot of it already funded, and we just sit back and enjoy, take it easy, get to know the community that has built this up, and just dig in and enjoy the benefits that the team has given to all of us, and just wait for those catalysts to play out. And that's where I'm at. My head is that I don't do emotional stuff when it comes to investment. Lost a lot of money doing that in the past, won't do it again. At the end of the day, being down 40, 50,000, who cares? Like, I don't care. I'm probably down that much on several investments. Who cares? Like, that's nothing compared to when that crypt off happens. Like, a 40 to $50,000 could be nothing in a matter of days or weeks, depending on how everything plays out with the crypto market as a whole.
Yeah. Then everyone's gonna be like that picture where that one guy is standing in line buying. I think it was at that
Yeah.
time whenever I saw Dogecoin at 5 cents, and then like a whole line of people at 15.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people are going to buy in when they buy in, and it is what it is. But we are still very early on this project, where not a lot of people know it. It doesn't have that mainstream exposure. Yes, it's all over Twitter and all over YouTube, but the beyond the scope of that, there's so much potential here in other communities and just in DeFi alone, in terms of utility, in terms of community. There's all kinds of opportunity here. So at the end of the day, we keep building, guys. And I guess we're going on an hour and a half, so probably want to let you get some rest.
Oh,
But
it's fine. I'm gonna go on DJ's live here in just a second. I hear my dog flipping out. I got a new puppy.
oh, congrats. That's awesome.
He's a puppy, but he's big. I was like, oh my goodness. You know what? Honestly, you need to check out my Discord
I
and
will.
I'll
Send me a
send you
link.
a link. I might, no, I think I took it out. I'll send you a link, but also I have that late night space cabin on Friday or tomorrow night. So at 10 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to check it out and nerd out with me, like
Yeah, absolutely.
I am. I'm gonna look up some like AIs and just some creepy stuff and just some internet surfing. I have to do it to keep my sanity because crypto is just it can be 24/7. I like
Hmm.
it's like you know what I mean? With stocks, it was so much slower. With crypto, look at a stock chart and look at a crypto chart.
I know. I don't do stocks because they just kind of bore me, you know?
Oh
Like,
my
I mean,
goodness. I was totally thinking about going back to them. I was like, this is where I need to go back to. I was totally thinking that today, but then I was like, no, I would probably just get bored and pull it out and put it in crypto anyway.
AMC doesn't happen every day. Let's just put it that way.
Yes, AMC Ape.
Yep. I mean, that was fun. I mean, but it was definitely a cool experience. But again, that was kind of like what crypto is. Suddenly it became what the stocks were.
A
And
movement.
and then it just kind of couldn't sustain or something. I'm not sure. I mean, there's
Mhm.
certain things where it does every once in a while, but it's I don't know. It's a different animal altogether. I have another friend that has a ton in stocks, and he doesn't really even touch crypto, and he's just hardcore stock, always telling me to buy ETFs and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, I don't know much
You're
about.
like, I don't even know what. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm cool. I don't even know why you're asking me this. I want some fast action. I'm gonna leave this link real quick in here in the chat. Yeah, you would do good in stocks. I already know, but you're so smart. Like, guys and girls, listen to this man. Y'all hear him? And this is a project he's invested in. I'd take if this is your first time here, I would definitely think about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing about like that's a great point that you bring up in terms of like the being invested, being a whale, or being, a heavy investor in a project. Like, you really got to own that project. You have to.
Mhm,
We've got some whales that own a lot. They have a huge holding and have put a lot of money into this and whatever, and they really hold their own when it comes to pushing it out and engaging the community and doing their part. Like, that's the key, is if each of us has that skin in the game where we really treat this as a business. That's where we want to be with our mindset in terms of investments. But think about your time as an investment. Like, you invest your money, you buy your tokens, you get your supply. But how much
mhm,
of your time are you going to invest into that as well? It's kind of an allocation of money versus time. Both of those things are investments. And some people would argue that your time and efforts is worth more than the financial investment that you put in, but that's going to depend on your holding itself. So,
mhm,
like, when you think about investments as not just money, but also in efforts, and asking yourself, are you going to buy the dip? Meaning, are you going to go out there and market, or are you going to go, talk to your friends about BTFA and tell them how awesome it is? Are you
mhm,
going to buy that dip in terms of when things are slow? Are you going to rev it up? Are you going to put the momentum, keep it going, put that effort in to really build this brand? And that's what we're trying to foster with all the legends and all the people that are shilling and huge holders. We want to engage them to be better holders, to be better investors, and to put more time into it so that we can truly send this on a level that we never even thought possible through a very strong community.
mhm, mhm. So right, Limitless. Oh my goodness. I love having you in the space cabin. I could talk to you
Thanks.
all day.
Appreciate that. And I'm always happy to come on anytime, for real. Like, I'm
Mhm.
always there, and always have so much fun hanging out on here, and
Yeah.
seeing the BTFA community, hanging out with the Volt crew, hanging out with the Space Cabin crew. And, I look forward to meeting more people in DeFi. Like, that's why I do this, is to network and meet awesome people like yourself and like Love Thy Inc. and Eddie, all the people that are in here, revving it up in the chat. Dre was in here. He's our legendary shiller I was talking about. Jay Foster, all these people. Like, this is why we do it. So, the more that we can be there for each other as community, and just as the community of DeFi, not even the community of Volt or BTFA or whatever, but just the community of DeFi. We forget that DeFi is the community.
It's so true. It's so true. We're the face of DeFi. So we need to act like we know what we're doing, because we do. Act right. Act right. You're in the Space Cabin. I'll just say it like it is. Act right, everybody.
Act right. Yeah, exactly. Do your part and just really contribute any way that you can with your talents and your voice and whatever it is that you personally can do to take this project to the next level. We all have that ability. As an investor, you're buying into a business that you then can partake in as an organic community member, to then do your own forms of marketing. And there's a lot of people out there that do that for BTFA. There's also a lot of people who don't do much when it comes to that. They just hold and that's it. But we intend to just engage every single person and get them to really believe in their ability and their voice and their talent to then send this where it needs to go. And that's a constant battle, because you're always going to have those conversations with people who have the differing perspectives of, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit here. I just want to observe. I don't want to shill. I don't want to
Not in crypto.
be
You
in
go
voice.
to stocks then, because crypto needs marketing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 1% of the population embraces crypto, and think about the 99% that we're missing out on, guys. And, I've brought some people into crypto from the outside world, and I think that we all could do that. At the end of the day, it's all about bringing it to global awareness, because when we do, think about if we 2x or 5x or 10x the amount of people that are in crypto. What's that going to do for the crypto market in terms of the liquidity? Like,
we're gonna be so rich.
We're one click away from that, guys. By just opening our mouths and really letting people know about DeFi, we could easily, as a DeFi community as a whole, every single person out there, 10x the efforts of Ethereum, and just be shocked at the results. So again, it goes beyond just BTFA and 10xing the result. It's all about DeFi too. Like, this goes bigger than we could ever imagine. This can be as big as we want it to be, or as little as we want it to be.
And I think BTFA is going to have a chill couple weeks. Everybody, DCA, not financial advice, just chill, but don't chill. You guys gotta, we gotta raid. I'll retweet too.
Nice.
As much as I can, and then go ahead, send it my way. I'll retweet, and then definitely, tag some Vault members. Vault will definitely retweet. Also, spread out. Will help. Vault will definitely help. And then, but then I know that migration is going to be big. Like, it's going to be a party, y'all. I think that's my opinion. Migration is always exciting, and then there's going to be a live. It's going to be awesome. And Everrise, if anybody is kind of scared about migration, just know Vault Inu went through one. Many people have gone through them, and it was seamless. And Everrise, they're going to be, talking you through it, but it's really just going to be like a couple buttons, pushing a couple buttons, and you're done. But yeah, I think it's going to be great. I think it's fun. I think it's going to be really great.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I feel nothing but just excitement for the entire community, because even if they don't really know what's going to happen, or don't really understand like all the catalysts or whatever, even though we talk about them every day, even if they don't, they can still benefit from their holdings and things of that nature. You don't have to have all that awareness to know, but the more that you can have, the better you're going to be. But that's the cool thing about it, is regardless, you see those people who are just like, uncertain because they're new to crypto and bought all-time high, and they're just like, oh, what did I do? And they just don't get it. They don't understand it. But BTFA will still be able to take care of those people as long as we just wait for those catalysts and do our part and continue to stay strong in the bear market and control the things that we can control, and just laugh about the things that we can't. And at the end of the day, if you keep that kind of mentality in crypto, you're going to be in a lot better headspace than if you're looking at the charts and worrying about how much you're down. Like that does
Yeah.
nothing for anybody other than just makes you feel like there's no hope in ever getting back what you put in. And then you don't want to put any efforts in, which is what robs people of even wanting to do anything, because they think of the short term of being down and they forget that those efforts are part of their investment. So, I guess that's the main theme of this is don't forget that investing is two parts. It's financial and it's a time commitment. How serious are you about this project being successful on an individual level?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're so right. You're so right, Limitless. Well, do you think I can grab you in the next week or two
Yeah.
in the space cabin? And then, you know what, y'all? Anybody, like, it doesn't hit me up, BTFA. Like, who else wants to come in the space cabin? Like, I also wouldn't mind bringing somebody else in here with me in Limitless. Hit me up.
Yeah, and
Nominate somebody.
Love Thy Inc. He does Love Thy Inc.
There
does
we go.
with Crypto Family. He does a lot of AMAs there. So like that, there's an opportunity. He may be somebody. I saw him commenting, and
There we
we've
go.
got several other people that love to speak. JR is really awesome. There's several people that are really solid whales that are passionate and serious about this. I'm not the only one, guys. That's the crazy part. It's just that some of these other guys, they're kind of still finding their voice, or they're still finding their momentum to really step up to the microphone
Find
and
it on here.
yeah, like
Find it
Space Chick Crypto, the Space Cabin is a perfect launch for you to
there.
really voice yourself and be featured and have a voice for an hour and really allow the people to hear you from an investor perspective and from an individual perspective and your background or whatever you want to share or don't share. It doesn't even matter. But at the end of the day, this is a really cool platform that Space Chick is fostering here, and it's for people like ourselves that are passionate about projects and want to
Mhm.
talk about them, even if we never have before, guys. So I would just encourage you to get outside that comfort zone. Come on here. I can be here with you. I got your back, or by yourself. It don't matter. But at the end of the day, we got to find our voice. The more you find your voice in these things, the more passionate you can be about the projects that you're invested in.
Yeah, it's so true. I'm anybody, like I've done this before with the space cabin, and I had somebody come on like the next day or two. It was fun. It was just some random like wants to come on. So yeah, I definitely find your voice on here. It's nice and cozy in here. It's just a space cabin, right? I never
Yeah.
try to press you for any hard questions. I try not to.
Other than alpha, right? Maybe every once in a while. Like, come on, tell me what you know. I mean, I tell everything I know that I can know that I can say publicly, I guess is the easiest way to do it. But at the end of the day, there are certain things that, like I said, nobody knows except for the people behind the scenes doing it. So
As it should be.
as it
As
should be. If you get that information into the wrong hands too early, it can cause all kinds of issues. So the team is protecting the integrity of the project by doing that and releasing the alpha as it needs to be timed. It's all in the best interest of all the holders, and that's the way that it should be.
Mhm. It's so true. All right, Limitless. Well, I need to make a vault video. We're hours away from getting listed on gate.io. I think Pablo's doing a live at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my god, that's so early. Wow. Well,
Oh man, all night long. Like I can jump on. There's probably like 100 people in that voice chat right now.
that's insane. Well,
Everyone's stoked. Yeah.
Pablo's amazing. I mean, he is such a cool guy, and I had the
He
pleasure of
is.
talking to him once on the phone, and he's just such a cool guy, like in so many ways, a genuine person, and like just nothing but amazing things to say about Pablo as an individual, and just a true inspiration for DeFi, and I love it. I enjoyed going on there, and I'm just really thankful to know such a cool person in the space. And same to you, of course, same to Believe, same to all of the legendary influencers out there that I've met, Zach and Jake and all of you guys, Adam Shelton, all of them. Like they're also so very genuine, special people. And that's what I love about DeFi and how close it can bring this really strong community of DeFi together, it's a lot smaller than you might think.
Oh my goodness, it so is. That's what I was finding out when I was researching stuff at one point. Like even Richard Hart and devs and all that, like it's all intertwined, y'all. It's a lot smaller than you think. And you're
Yep.
gonna run into somebody in one community or another. So just be kind, be nice.
Absolutely. Yeah. We all have our moments, guys, but at the end of the day, the more we can just take care of each other, be kind and welcome people and just have patience with people as they come in asking questions and stuff like that. That's really what it's about, because we were once that person coming in asking the questions and not knowing, or just coming from a project that got rug pulled, and we're like kind of a little suspicious of everybody doing the same thing. Like, we got to have that compassion and see that person behind the keyboard to understand that we were once that person. And the more that we can foster that strong positivity within others, in the basically by giving them education and helping them to understand how to be better investors so that they're not having things like that happen, that's the heart of DeFi. That's where we can really take that next step. It's so easy to just be impatient and say, oh, forget this person, and they're coming in here and asking these annoying questions, and I'm done with it, and giving them grief over what they said, because we don't know what they just went through. We don't know where they came from. We don't know their background. We don't know what they have to offer us. They could be the biggest influencer or the most talented artist or anything like that, and we don't know what we were missing out on just because we were making assumptions about them asking a question that we didn't want to answer for the 50th time. So the more patience we can have with these people and just treat everybody as that perfect opportunity to gain a new friend and gain somebody that adds value and significance to your project, that's where we really want to have our mindset and just take care of one another in a lot of ways within the space.
That's so true.
But
That is
anyway,
true.
I guess I'll let you go. I know you got a lot going on, but
Oh
thank
no,
you.
you're fine. I was checking this mic too. I was like, oh no, I didn't know if I was on mute, but I'm not on mute.
Yeah. Well,
All
you
right.
know,
Well, I'm gonna grab you for in the next week or two. I'm gonna
oh yeah,
grab you again.
hit me up anytime and I'll see if I can muster up a guest. Maybe we can get Jay Foster on here for next time. I know he was looking forward to it, but he had to take care of something. So, guys, Jay Foster, legend. We all know all the work he puts in Discord and, in Twitter. It's absolutely insane. Shout out to all the community members that are here. Love all of you guys, and love thy ink, Dre, everybody that's out there. Appreciate you, and let's just keep that positivity going. And remember to like and subscribe, guys, for real. Like, smash the like, follow the Twitter for Space Chick to keep the updates. Come see her on Friday when she does her other space cabin.
A
Looking
weird
forward to
space
that.
cabin. Yeah, I
Weird.
know. Tune in. I think
Twilight
you'll
Zone.
enjoy it. I think you might like it. You want to see the video of it real quick? Watch.
Sure.
I'm pretty proud of it. Hold on. 1 second. I think I will. It's crazy,
That's
right?
awesome. Yeah. Is it a full moon on Friday too?
I don't know. I don't know. But I was just like, I have to do this. I know it's so random.
It's awesome, but I think a full moon's coming, or maybe it just passed. I don't know, but it's the full moon, and with the full moon of crypto follows. So just be, brace for it, guys. Like, that's the point where people start howling at the moon. So
True.
get ready for it.
No, it's so true. Like, okay, if you look, I looked at it in the spring. So every time, not financial advice, every time there's a full moon, Bitcoin does go up a little bit. Just
Hmm.
pay attention. Pay attention, y'all. I didn't write the chart. It's on the chart itself. So
Yep. And people, you can make or break your investment by, putting emotions in there, guys. And when you're thinking about the full moon of crypto, like, people start to go pretty crazy with it. Like, the thoughts go deep. It's wild. I've seen a lot of things in DeFi, and it's always around those full moon phases of crypto. And, just no brace for that and just prepare for that, because it's coming, and it's inevitable, and it is what it is. But it's just we can help people that don't understand the full moon of crypto by understanding the full moon of crypto, if that makes sense.
Right? I love it.
But anyway, well, yeah, but thank you so much, and looking forward to
Thank
Friday,
you.
guys. Please show some love, retweet the link here to get some views for Space Chick, and get some subscribes. Encourage people to do it. Send it, guys. She sends for us. Let's send for her. That's the way that this really works. We give back to each other. So, thanks a lot for having us here and hosting this amazing space, and all the hard work that you put into DeFi. It does not go unnoticed. Everybody
Oh,
truly
thank you.
appreciates the work you're doing for Volt, for BTFA, for other projects as well. And it's a very genuine approach that you have, and we truly appreciate it within our community.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Means a lot. That means
Of
a whole
course.
lot to me. I appreciate that so much. And you too, you're a legend. Everybody says it in the chat. Go ahead, rewind it.
I will. I'll check it out.
Oh my God. All right, Limitless. Well, I'm going to check you later. And BTFA family, love you. I will check you later too. And hit me up on Twitter at spacechick_1111 and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And also, Limitless. His links are in the description box below, along with all of the important links of Banana Task Force Ape. So, yep, y'all go take care of that and join me on Friday at 10 p.m. Central Time for my late night space cabin where I just look up some creepy TikTok stuff and urban exploring and just check it out. It'll be
Can't
fun.
wait to see it. Well, thanks a lot. Have
All
a good
right.
night, and we'll see you on the next one.
All right. Bye.